Hello, Swellheads. It's Greg Ellison. Guys, we've heard from Christopher Wray of the FBI talking publicly about potential cyber attacks and how we're expecting cyber attacks and how they're took down Volt, Typhoon. But what he just talked with the sheriffs about, there was just a huge meeting of the nation's sheriffs with the FBI. And what he talked with them about was more than that. He talked about direct attacks from people that are coming across our border right here. Now, I'm putting this on this channel because I have warned you guys about sleeper cells on this channel for over 5 years, guys. And now we're being warned that this is imminent, that they're expecting numerous attacks like mini 9/11s coming at us really soon. That's what some of the sheriffs have said. There have been other reports of these sheriffs talking to various people after they come out of this. Now, there's one in Ohio who actually made a press conference that got it's on YouTube right now and making its rounds. I'm going to show you some of this video, and then I'm going to show you an article that's going to knock your socks off about the magnitude of what we're facing, and it's even bigger than that. So we're going to discuss that, and then we'll go to Swivelhead News after this. Now, I'm mainly moving a lot of my news content over to Swivelhead News, but this is kind of heritage content for this channel, and it's all out in the open. So hopefully the platform won't spank me too hard for talking about this, because I'm trying to just be above the board and tell you what they're reporting. And I'm not going to show anything controversial. Just I'm going to put it out like they put it out, and that's it. So buckle up. I am going to open the chat room here to see who's in the room here tonight and what's going down there. And then I'm going to go straight into this video and the news. So just give me 1 second here, folks, and we will get right with it. Make sure I have sound here. Very good. Okay, folks, so we're going to go straight into the newscast. It's, this press conference. Bear with me 1 second while I share this video. And here we are, guys. Let me blow this up a little bit here. Bing. And I am going to play this and kind of talk to it. This is a government talk here of an elected official, so this should be fair. And I will still treat it as, I'll talk through it. So it should be fair use. Hopefully I won't get dinged for this. Let's go.
My name is Rick Jones. I'm the Butler County Sheriff, Butler County, Ohio.
Can y'all hear that? He said, my name is Rick Jones. I'm Butler County Sheriff, Butler, Ohio. I got it turned up as much as I can. This is not very loud, unfortunately. Let me know if y'all can hear that. Give me a response here.
I just came back from a national sheriff's training in D.C. 2 days ago.
So he just came back from that national sheriff's training. This is with the FBI. Christopher Wray actually spoke to him. Somebody in the chat room, tell me if y'all can hear this.
We were briefed by the FBI director, Wray, the director of the FBI, and several federal agencies.
Several federal agencies is what he said. You can hear it fine? Okay, very good. I'm glad to hear that.
3,300 sheriffs in the United States. The President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs of the 3,300. We have a hierarchy. We have a president. We have a vice president. President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs.
Now, why in the world would the president refuse to meet with the sheriffs? That's kind of disturbing in and of itself. But he goes on to say they won't meet with the police chiefs either.
He also refuses to meet with the police chiefs of the United States. They have a hierarchy also. He refuses to meet with them to talk about border issues or to talk about crime that's going on because of the border issue.
Maybe it's because all these people are having to deal with the crime and he just don't want to face them. He probably figures he won't get the warmest reception. Maybe that's what it's all about.
We were also told by Mr. Wray, the FBI director, that there are more red flags going off now than before 9/11.
All right, there it is, guys. More red flags going off now than before 9/11. This is why I'm saying this is worse than 9/11, potentially. And it can be a lot worse, because I've talked to you guys about what these sleeper cells can do in this country. And that was just for attacking some of our power grid substations, how they could bring our country completely to its knees, how they could run us as a nation. But there's far more people in this country than required to do that. So what we got the potential for all kind of mayhem.
Okay. When I say red flags, meaning people that are here in this country that are wanting to do harm to us.
You said many people.
We will also explain we're bombing 2 countries right now. 2 countries. These people do not like us before this started. There's thousands of people here from other countries, 160 different countries.
Wow, he says 160 different countries. And I get to see what I was reporting about 5 years ago was long before all this started. And it was just sleeper agents from one country I was telling you about. But now we're hearing there's a lot more potential than that now.
They're here not to be our friends. Some of them are coming because they're wanting to come here to the best country in the world.
And that part is good. Unfortunately, the others know our borders wide open, and they're taking advantage of it.
The way we see it.
And we'll talk a little bit about that here after this video, about how some of those are slipping around what I'm going to share. But I'm going to show you an article first.
Some are coming here to do harm to us. And we were told by the FBI director, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
That is it right there. Many red flags, more than 9/11. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. They're fully expecting it. Now, what Christopher Wray told the news agencies, or at least what they reported, is him talking about Volt, Typhoon, and hacking. Well, hacking is going to be part of it, apparently, but it's going to be bigger than hacking. And it's beyond Volt, Typhoon, because he describes hacking in here from many countries, even to the local sheriff's department that he runs. He says his sheriff's department's been hacked by many different countries.
We were also told 5 sheriffs went to Israel 5 weeks after the attack. The only thing that saved the Israelis, the government, was the local police. They were outgunned, outmanned. They came over. The Palestinians did. They came over. They killed.
Boom. All right, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm not going to play any more of that. You know what happened over there? I should have cut it off. That word is one of those words that gets you in trouble here on this platform. But it's not me saying it. This is the sheriff talking to his people in his county, and this was being recorded. Now, I've just played a little bitty snippet of this, and I've editorialized through and explained it, put my own spin on this, which makes it fair use, even if it were material that weren't a government operation. But this is a government official talking, so this should be absolutely fair use. But who knows? This platform hits you for so many things it's not funny. I'm going to stop this share, guys. I'm going to go show you guys an article next that reinforces what he's saying even more so. I'm going to decrease that screen, and we'll do another screen share. I hope I got this thing open right. I'll make sure I choose the right one. No, that's not the right one. All right, that's it. Hang on, guys. I got so many screens open. All right, well, do another screen share. Bada bing, bada bang. Here it is. All right, guys, here we are. Exclusive. Border Patrol released more than 30,000 illegal migrants flagged as security risks in the last 15 months. And the rate that they're coming across is accelerating. So what this article tells you is that all of last year, there were over 20,000 of these individuals. And just here in the first 2 months of this year, the time this was reported, it was already over 12,000. So more than a third as much has come across the border, and a sixth of the year than did last year. So this is accelerating. Why is this accelerating? Is something afoot? Well, that's what that sheriff was telling us. And apparently this came from Christopher Wray at the FBI and some of the trainers that were training these people. I don't see any kids in this picture. Do you? You see any kids in this picture? I don't know. There might be one or two at the end, but a lot of military age men and women. And don't discount the women, guys. Some of them Some of the most skilled operatives are women. So don't discount them either. Yeah, that was opening too, the Tucker interview. Oh, yeah, I was going to open some other articles up. We'll talk about that a little bit. Anyway, this is what they're saying. More than 30,000. Last year was 20,228. And where's the number for this year so far as when this article was, data was taken that this article used, which means it probably, oh, wait a minute. It's even worse than that because we're just barely into the month of February. Holy smoke, this is mostly January data. Look how much it's accelerated, 12,114. Yeah, this isn't a sixth of the year. It's smaller than that, probably a little better than a 12th of the year, a 10th of the year. We've had a third as many come across. And what we're talking about here is special interest aliens. We're not talking about space aliens. We're talking about people from other countries. Now, these are the ones, special interest aliens, refer to those that they think are potential national security risk, but they're just playing catch and release with them. Why? Why is somebody on this list do you just turn loose inside of this country? What in Sam heck is that all about? Oh yeah, la 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 la. So these are people that frequently travel in areas where terrorism and other types of nefarious activity are going on, according to the Department of Homeland Security. So these are people who have a potential nexus to those kind of activities, according to the 2019 fact sheet from the DHS. And we're talking about people from all countries. We're talking about Turkey, Russia, Afghanistan, Somalia, and many other nations. Bangladesh, Russia, Afghanistan are all in, several in here. So I'm not going to have to show this article anymore. I'll show you a couple of other guys. Hey, listen, if they take the grid down, you're not going to the store and buying anything. If they attack our infrastructure, the ability to order stuff may be over. I highly encourage you to get your seeds right now, because seeds are going to be worth more than gold. I'm going to have to do a special video just on that topic alone, because I've talked about how valuable they were to the Indians that were on the Trail of Tears back a few years ago. And y'all need to see that video when you look for it. I have to pull it up and reference it in one of my future videos I'm going to do on this topic. But check out True Leaf Market, guys. You can get the heirloom seeds, the kinds that you can harvest and replant. These are non-GMO. This is one of the best sources for them. If you don't like their choices, they got a lot of choices in here to look at. But if you're not into that, you can go over here. Also, same kind of thing at Eden Brothers, and use my links that I will provide below when I post this video. These are the ones that will help me, and it won't cost you any more if you use my links as opposed to just going straight to their websites. So check them out, please. Couple of other things. Why is it that now that that the previous deal did not pass, they want to pass a $95 billion foreign aid package with no provisions for securing our border? Should not our border security come first, especially in light of what we're seeing there? Shouldn't we be taking care of business here at home instead of playing catch and release? Jeez. Yeah. Grateful for this sheriff. Yes, that he got up and stood up and said it all publicly and was on video. So we got to be thankful for them. A lot of them didn't want to, some of them didn't want to even be identified. It was giving information out to certain other people. Some of those conversations made it on to other YouTube channels, but that guy came up and publicly stated it. So, yeah, what's cooking, guys? Let me stop the share. We'll come into some other things here in a minute. And we got to worry about solar flares too, guys. I'll show that in a minute. We got a huge sunspot pointed right at us right now. So here's the thing that I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to upload it talking about what a possible hidden agenda behind all this, when you probably haven't heard. So I'm going to reveal that. I'm going to do a special video uploaded. I hoped to have done that earlier today, and I just couldn't get to it. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. But guys, expect it maybe tomorrow or the next day, real soon. No later than hopefully Sunday. Hopefully I can get it out tomorrow or Saturday even. But guys, and I'll put that on the Green Greg's channel because it's kind of in keeping with my power grid defense theme that I've been running on here for a long time, because our grid is big risk. And what I've warned you about for 5 years on here was that sometime back, when after the National Electric Reliability Corporation published a report, and I've shown y'all that link in many other videos, where they claimed that all you had to do was take out 9 critical substations in the United States and we would lose our grid. We're talking frying these major big substations, and which take 18 months to replace. If you could even get them on get them on your loading dock, even if you were able to requisition anything in a grid down scenario, which you probably won't. And how that once you got them, there wouldn't be no people to put them together, because we're projected to lose, according to the EMP task force that was presented to the Congress many years ago, over 9 out of 10 people will not make it through the first year. And as I was talking with Dr. Peter Vincent Pry, and I think that was on also one of my interviews with him, that was optimistic, because they were not counting for the fact that at that time the risk of the nuclear power plants, especially spent fuel rod pools there, which is now being picked up by us. I've been talking about that for a long time and making it real public. Now I'm saying I'll show you an article. I'll probably do it over at Silverhead News. I'll show you an article about that. Yeah, when we go to Silverhead News. But they're picking up on the real extent of this danger, which wasn't accounted for either. And they also thought the farmers would be growing enough food, and they really wasn't figuring the failure of agriculture as big as it's going to be. They knew they wouldn't have fuel, but they didn't realize how dire the failure of farms would be. So, guys, that's why I tell you to get seeds, because you're not going to be eating otherwise, probably, unless you got food stored. I mean, I'll cover my special for that over when we do the Silverhead News. But guys, here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to get to. What a lot of people don't appreciate is all these the numbers you're seeing are the ones who pass through where everybody else is passing through. These are the guys that are coming in with the hordes. This is where there's so many coming in that the Customs Border Patrol agents are all right there. They can't really distribute themselves around to cover all the different oddball places where they come in at. And it's the bad hombres who come in. They don't come in with the hordes. No. The really bad hombres tend to sneak in through other locations. They tend to find places where there's no Custom Border Patrol, because they don't want to be identified. And this is something that's came out in some articles I've seen discussing. This is exactly what I expected, and I've seen some articles that confirmed that since, is that they're not going to be coming across where the big groups are coming across. And look, how in the world do you expect they smuggle in so much fentanyl? That's not coming through where the hordes are coming through either. So if they could smuggle in so much fentanyl, if they could somehow equip that laboratory, the Chinese laboratory that was found in Reedy, California, and how many more are there of those are there in this country? We have no idea. But guys, with all that stuff, this sheriff went on to say in that video that the Chinese have safe houses in every state in the United States. So these people can come in and go straight to those safe houses. And he says, we're really not monitoring them. He says, nobody's monitoring. Actually, some YouTubers have followed them from the inception, where he came in South America all the way up to the border, and then caught up with them on the other side. And these guys had acquired long poles, smoke poles, you might call them, and were going to the bang bang ranges. And he actually showed video of it. So this is not me talking. This is what's happening. He showed video of those guys at the range. So this stuff is going on, guys. What is cooking? Hope it's not us. But this is not good. You don't need 30,000 people to take the grid down. So that's probably on the agenda. They'll probably be competing with each other, so who gets the substations first. There's so many of them. So they'll be hacking. There's backdoor equipment apparently inside of a lot of the Chinese supplied transformers that we got that might take them out. There is all kind of room for the hacking and attacking. So we're talking cyber and direct ballistic attacks on the grid and all manner of other infrastructure. And I did a special video on dams and showed how vulnerable our dams were and how that could take our country down, just attacking some of the smaller dams upstream even. You'd have all kind of cascading failure from that. And water supplies. There's so many targets in this country. I even showed you all a video back, I don't know, many months ago where they found some documentation where some groups up in Massachusetts that actually picked targets all over the place around there. I assume that's not the only case. Where else are targets being picked? What else is going on, guys? We don't know. But when you got that many coming across, and here's the thing, when you count in the ones that are coming around that are not coming through the main avenues, we don't know how many there are. There are projections that have said, okay, they've said we've had 6 to 8 million come through those normal routes since the current president took office. It's projected by some that the true number, the gotaways, the ones we never saw, is somewhere between 13 to 16 million. Now, most of them, like the sheriff said, are maybe just people looking for a better life. I can definitely understand that, especially when they come over and they get all kind of money thrown at them as soon as they get here. Yeah, your taxpayer money. A lot of that's going to them. I've shown that in other videos already on this channel and on Swivelhead News. So this is a dire situation, guys. If you're not prepping, if you're not getting ready, you better be getting started. Now, most of you know about this. I ask you to share my videos, share this information, and get it out because, yeah, coffee, it's keeping me going tonight, guys. So all this account, my theory, the safe houses out. So there's just plenty of stuff that we've got to be concerned with. You've got to stay situationally aware. You better be paying attention to where you're at. I would avoid crowds, keep your gas tank filled up, and don't let it get below half. And just really, really pay attention. Shoot, I mean, this whole thing over in the Middle East could blow up and cause the Strait of Hormuz to be shut down, which would make oil prices, petroleum, gasoline, diesel, all just go through the roof if that happened. And that would be extremely inflationary to the economy to have fuel prices spike like that. So this is one reason you better get it while the getting's good. You better get things because, like I've said, this is like a game of musical chairs. When the music stops and you sit down, what you got's all you got. That's it. So get ready. Start prepping. Prep like there's no tomorrow. I'm not saying there is no tomorrow, but you need to be prepared just in case. Just bear in mind, this guy's talking many events. And he's talking not if, but when. He said, you know, what he said, Christopher Wray told him, well, more red signals than 9/11. So just you can take that to the bank. For those who are just joining, you can catch it on a rewind and watch that first part. Yeah, this is a serious situation, my friends, very serious. Very serious. Now, I'm going to show some other things because I'm going to show the sun on here. We'll do a little space weather, but just you got to get ready. All right, here, let me go to another share screen. We can go back to that. And okay, bada bang. Here we go. Space weather. Yeah, look at this ginormous sunspot here, 3578. Look at this puppy. This is huge. This is so big that the rovers on the other side saw it from Mars when it was on the other side of the sun. The Perseverance rover saw it. And it's gotten bigger since then, since it's come in our view. It's still growing. So this sunspot could be a huge threat. And it's almost directly in line with us. Anywhere in this region, it's a big threat to us should it pop off major coronal mass ejections. So, you know, we don't only have to worry about all the stuff going on in the world, but Mother Nature could take down our grid. And here's a view of it from a telescope in Argentina. You know, they got those telescopes up in the Andes Mountains that take some amazing pictures because it's above most of the atmosphere. They get really good photographs from high up in the mountains like that. Anyway, guys, so there you are. take it serious. As for, here's another picture of it right here. You can see they've indicated a positive and negative magnetic portions of this. That's, you know, where your flux lines of solar plasma build up and they get released into a flare and can generate coronal mass ejections between those. The positive north and south poles of the magnetic flux tubes there. So that's what you got to watch out for. And I'll just look at some asteroid news. We had one come a little over halfway between the Earth and the Moon on the 8th. And that was not on the chart when I did. It's a pretty new discovery, 2024 CK1. You know, this was discovered just since the last time I showed this chart. There's nothing that's coming in 1 liter distance away, but that's really nothing to worry about. There's really nothing that we know about right here that's a great concern. You know, you'll see a lot of articles on that kind of stuff. In case you really wondered, farmers are failing in this country. Farmers are highly challenged right now. They got more. They got a bigger income crash than they've had since 2006. So this is net farm income. You can see it's really dropping, and that's hurting a lot of farmers. And that's not going to be good for us, guarantee you. And another thing, farmers are protesting all over Europe. We'll take a quick look at earthquakes, then we're going to go to Soilhead News in a minute. So we got 200 in the chat room. We'll only be here 26 minutes. So we're not going to stay in this room too long. Looks like we got a lot of earthquakes up in Alaska, which is pretty normal. Puerto Rico's rocking, which means they're dancing real hard down there. 4.7 in Laredo, Mexico. Did I say it right? Laredo. Got one on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge here, 5.1. I don't like any 5-pointers over here. We normally see them in Indonesia. That's 4.6, 4.2. That's 4.9. Getting close, getting close. Got quite a few up in this region. 4.3, yeah, but it's not ginormous. All right, guys, so I'm going to stop the share here. And yeah, hit the like button, folks. Hope this video doesn't get demonetized. It's likely to. And if it is, I'll get nothing from it if y'all don't click the links or something below. Anyway, so help me out, guys. Share my videos. Give me the thumbs up. And just be ready. That's why I brought this out. I want you to know that we're facing dire times ahead. Not only do we have to worry about potential war abroad, and I'm going to talk about that on the Soilhead News. The prospects for nuke war may be a lot bigger than we thought. I'll go into the whys on that. I'll go through and read the chat room before we go, though. So let's see some of the chat here. I'll go through this. So that's the news portion. I'm just going to look at the chat room now, folks. And then we're going to go to Soilhead News to talk about the stuff that the platform seems to be banging me so hard for. Hopefully they're sitting in that category. We'll find out soon. All righty. Let's see. Yeah, Zen Jamming, I've talked this from way back. It's funny how so many other channels are suddenly coming out with this and they get zillions of views. And I've been talking it for 5 years. And they're suddenly, oh, look what we just discovered. No, you didn't just discover this. I've been warning people for a long time. Anyway. Hey, Colorado Jan, how you doing? Ranny? Annie Oakley, Zen Jim, and Matt D. J Commander. I'm glad y'all can hear. Let's see here. Can you walk straight line? Yeah, Crimson Wolf. I think I got an article on that that we'll talk about over on Soilhead News. Oh yeah, Tracy, we'll talk about that on Soilhead News. That's a little risky to talk on this channel. Maybe risky to talk on the platform at all, but I don't want to lose this channel. Just Arizona. Glad to see you. That's one reason I'm moving a lot of my content and stuff like this, because it's getting hit so much on this channel. I'm afraid I'll lose this channel. This is my key channel, my anchor channel. I don't want to lose it. So I'm really concerned because this platform is clamping down so hard. But I'm going to keep putting my power grid defense stuff on this channel, and this is pretty close to that, because one of the big threats to the power grid is these kind of groups, sleeper cells. I've been talking that a long time on here. So hopefully I can still post this kind of content. I don't know. They're hitting me. It looks like the only thing you can talk about is fluffy little bunny rabbits. Oh, we got a super chat. Michael Sherman. Hey, do you have Zelle? No, I don't have Zelle, but salute to you and thank you, sir. I'm going to be looking into, well, I got something with my bank account. It might be Zelle. I'm not sure how that would work for you to send something to me. I think it's through my bank, on my personal account, not the business account. I think it's Zelle. I don't know. Get all these. There's so many things. I do have a donate button on greengregs.com. You can use that too. But I appreciate that, Michael. Salute to you. And let me scroll back. Maybe probably the only thing I'm going to earn for this video. Alrighty, guys. I put a lot of time into this stuff. Lots of time. Let's see here. I'm going to scroll back up and see what I missed here. Thank you for sharing my links. New days. They've lit up. Yeah, it's basically an army. You're right, Jacob. I am ready to camp at home. That's a smart thing. Yeah, no border, Tiffany. You got that right. I may not read all the comments. I'm just trying to scroll through here and catch a few. Oh, let's see here. Crimson Wolf, 9/11. Well, we're talking 9/11. All this is an account. All this an account. My theory is the safe houses and other stuff are a last resort at the long, slow burn game. Yeah, they're not probably going to activate them immediately, but Christopher Ray is. Well, see, there's many different groups over here now. Who's going to do what? I would imagine whatever those groups were that Iran had. Oh, yeah, I didn't finish that story. I've mentioned it so many times, so I don't know that I need to. But after that NERC report came out on just taking down 9 of our substations, take down our grid, somebody ran to the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, like, hey, good news, look at this. And the guy said, I've already got 20 of them targeted with sleeper cells in the United States. That's what he said. And I got that from Dr. Peter Vincent Pry. You're not going to find that published. You're not going to find that published. But I got it from Dr. Peter Vincent Pry. He knows. He had the intel connections. Some things you're not going to find published, guys. So, yeah, that's disturbing. Very disturbing. I've been warning you of this for some time. So I've been in that community for a long time. I chaired 2 power grid defense conferences long before I did my first video on here. So, and that was years ago. Look what all they got. Well, they got here in the country now. How many hours do you sleep, Greg? Not enough. Carry a gas can in your trunk. Yes, that would help, because you may not be buying anymore. Went to Sportsman's Warehouse Monday and saw 4 men who didn't speak English. Yeah, there's a Sportsman. Do you go to the one in Sholo? Which Sportsman's Warehouse are you going to? I got my sleeping bag. The one that kept me alive out in the desert in my van. That's where I got it. It's good for -25 below, and it's got some room in it, more than most of the sleeping bags. Although it's big and heavy, I don't think I'd want a backpack with it, but this is a ginormous heavy sleeping bag. It's big, but it just has enough room in there for me. Not a lot, but it's a lot better than the ones I had before. It was like this on them, couldn't move. And you'd still freeze. Anyway, prep like your life depends on Nightman's wife. You're exactly right, because it just might. That's why we prep, guys. Yeah, let's see. Florida had a 4.0 yesterday. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, earthquakes in diverse places. Where do we read about that? Oh, yeah. Moa must have dragged some rocks out of the belt. I don't know, Paul. Hit the like button. It's free. Thank you there, Michael. Absolutely. Crimson Wolf. That 5.1, which plate's going under? Oh, 5.1. Oh, well, and the Mid-Atlantic Ridge are pulling apart. They're pulling apart there. They're not one going, it's not a subduction zone. It's one of those places where plates are pulling apart. It's making new plate material there. And that's what pushes the other plates and causes them to subduct in other places. You know, like in America, North America's been pushed westward and plates subduct under the West Coast. You know, plates all around the Ring of Fire are subduction plates, and those give you the worst earthquakes, the ones that can trigger ginormous tsunamis, like they're expecting might be going off the one at, what do you call that plate? The subduction zone, you know, off the coast of Oregon and up through British Columbia. Oregon, Washington State, British Columbia. Cascadia subduction zone is what that's called. Takes me a minute sometimes. Let's see here. Good to see you, Granny. All right. Oh, I think I skipped down too far. Sometimes I'm scrolling, it skips. So if I miss your comment, my apologies. Watching from Massachusetts. Hey, Greg Powell. I just mentioned Massachusetts. Ring Rick, stay aware of possible water problems in Arizona having to do with weather happening on the coast. Yeah, they got a lot coming across right now. But right at the moment, I'm in Alabama. Yeah, they're getting a lot of rain and snow in Arizona right now. So yeah, I'd have a biggest problem I'd have if I was there right now is I wouldn't be able to get up and down my hill until I can get my building put in and have a refrigerator. If I can get a refrigerator, get power and a refrigerator, I could kind of stock up and it'd be okay to be stranded there, you know, relatively speaking. But when you don't have supplies and you get stranded, that's tough. So I still got some building to do there. I'm not done. I really needed to be done before now. I just couldn't get it all done. And we had some challenges. But we got the walls up and the roof on. But, you know, in terms of getting the place, you know, siding all on and wiring and insulation, and, you know, that has not happened yet. I need to get solar arrays there too. That's not happened either. And in fact, I need to do some more work on the foundations there. Still need, yeah. Tucker's video. That's a 2-hour video. Steffers, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. Been watching Tucker's interview. Yeah. All right. Yes, it's eye-opening. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about. Medvedev's been saying some kind of stuff that Putin just come out and said. You know, one of the things that Putin said in that interview was if NATO troops get put on the ground in Ukraine, watch out. He gave us a big warning on that. We'll talk about that a little bit more. So, fucker tootin'. All right, Paul. So, all right, everybody. How about I missed it. Maybe he told me. I was wondering if a good friend in Arizona actually went to the same Sportsman Warehouse I went to. Hey, we got a big super chat. Let me scroll down and see where that came from. Michael Sherman. Well, here you go. I'm not a fan of PayPal since going. Yeah, I hear you. Salute. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. That really helps. That really helps. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Well, I said it because at the time, you know, I was selling worms, and that was years ago before all that came out. And I just haven't had time to thoroughly research a good alternative. I've started to. I went down the rabbit hole a little bit, but I only got so much time, guys. It's just tough for me to chase all the rabbit holes. Yeah, I'm going to find something, some other alternative. Just haven't got the round to it yet. I have actually shut off a lot of the buttons for buying worms. Just the quarter pound, half pound, and 1 pound. I'll probably shut those off soon because when I'm head back out west again, I can't be selling worms. At some point, I got to pack stuff up, so that won't be happening in the real near term. All righty. So that was interesting. I saw like a thumb come up inside of that chat. Okay, five people liked it. That's what that is. Thank you there, Michael. I really appreciate it, Michael. Big help tonight. That was it's a stretch point. Oh, it's a stretch point. What was that? It's a stretch point. Okay, I'm not expert, but my spidey sense says watch the plate boundary north where it curves northeast south of where. Oh, okay. Yeah, you never worry about the Fuca plate. That's the one that's actually been subducted. It's had a lot of earthquakes at the tip of it, but that zone is overdue to go off, and it has a fairly normal frequency. The tsunami warning signs that were posted in Japan, which are way above the level for the Fukushima flood, the one they had then, they've had worse tsunamis, and they track it back and find that those came from waves that went all the way across the Pacific Ocean from the Cascadia subduction zone. That can be very serious, guys. Now they're saying on the West Coast that everything west of the I-10 is subject to get inundated. It may be worse than that. That could be an understatement. If you happen to be living in West Bokostan, that could be an understatement, guys. So really watch it. So let's see. Where's our Arizona buddy at? Did we lose him? We got 208 people in the chat room. Greg needs the Dallas Cowboys to come out to Greg's and help load up everything. There you go. That would help. You got a big football team like that. Imagine plenty of big football teams that could pull that off. So let's see here. Scroll back up. I'm going to see if I can find out where guys that. All right, folks. I don't know. Tammy Carver, I'm urging our Ohio chef to do classes on how to prepare for grid down. There you go. Now, I've done some videos on that. And I've done some videos like Surviving EMP. It's the same kind of thing, guys. I got a video, Surviving EMP. It's quite a video. Look at that and also watch my nuclear war survival videos. Most of the people on my channel have not watched those videos, most of my subscribers. So folks really need to watch those videos. Those are critical content, guys. Trying to anyway. I spend most of my time down rabbit holes, not smart enough to do much, but chase my tail mostly. Sometimes I feel my way through it. All right, Crimson Wolf. Let's see. Greg Roberts, big fan. Thank you, Greg. Gerald Hitzfelder, sleep. I don't take my sleep line down. I take it in a cup. I'm going to have to put that on a t-shirt one. One of these days, I'm going to come out with Merc. If I'm still on the platform, if the world's still here, I plan to come out with some Merc one of these days. I believe the deluge, 10,000 it was, that left the earth in unbalance for 26,000 or so. I don't think it unbalanced the earth, but it definitely caused a huge deluge when the comet hit the Laurentide ice sheet. It melted. A lot of it was just on the atmosphere. A lot of it was evaporated. A lot of it rained down. A lot of it came down. The ice sheet melted and it caused a huge deluge. It threw rocks and stuff around. A lot of the stuff that that got them, that prompted that Chan Thomas report was probably due to that impact. A lot of the strange phenomenon, large boulders dislocated and stuff. I think a lot of that was due to that. Those were excellent videos. Watch them twice. Very good, Arnold. You're ahead of the curve then. You need a Bearded Genius t-shirt. Well, I've actually done some artwork for some future t-shirts. Like one of them is my head on a worm going through a wormhole. And another is my upper torso with smoking a cigar in a frying pan with eggs and some ham, because I used to do a lot of videos called Green Gregs and Ham. And we'll do some of these little sayings I throw out and some other things. Do you ever see Dave Hodges' video on Office and the tail? I haven't seen those videos, Gerald. Hodges puts out 3 or 4 videos a day. Anyway, Utah is not bad for the most part. Romney, yeah, oh yeah, I don't doubt that. Make a shirt that says WWGD. What would Green Griggs do? That's an idea. WWGD. What would Green Griggs do? That's a good idea. Maybe it should be WWGGD. Oh, what would Greg do? Yeah, all right. That might be interesting. All righty, folks. Tell us where you're from, and we're about to switch over. We'll take our little intermission and switch over to the Swivelhead News Network. Swivelhead News next. If you can offer those Space Force pins, I'd acquire one. I got just a few of these. Ed Kiker made these up, so that was my source. I got a few patches too, not many. Oh, that's not one. I thought that was a space. Well, yeah, it is. No, that's Space University, because he used to teach with Space University. Ed is in a assisted living home now, unfortunately. Somewhere I've got some of those. Whoops, dropped my rocket. This one, what is that? Yeah, there we go. Got a few of these. I might set some of these out for awards. I got 2 of the nice from Rodney Middleton that I'm going to make available for awards to some of you guys. There's a Space Force patch. I got a very limited number of these, and I got a few of these pins, but not many. So there it is. Until they were originally going to relocate their headquarters to here to Huntsville, Alabama area, but the current POTUS ruled it down. Okay, everybody's telling me where you're from. Let me go back and check that. Microgreen kits. Yes, you can go to True Leaf and get microgreens kits. Okay, let me see this here. Apophis meteor. Oh, you're talking about Apophis. They think it's not going to hit us, but it could have pieces come off it. Could do it. It's supposed to come back again, I think 2036. That might be more critical, especially if after it passes this first time, if we dislodge some of this. If passing through the Earth's gravity field dislodges some stuff from it, causes it to break up somewhat, like the comet Levy-Shoemaker 9 broke up into 21 major pieces when it went around Jupiter, and it pummeled Jupiter with actually on the 25th anniversary of the Apollo 11 landing on the moon. The first impact was the day of the 25th anniversary of the launch. The biggest impact was the 25th anniversary of the landing, and the last impact was the 21st anniversary of the return. That was really weird. All right. We got Phoenix, Arizona, Greg Roberts, Bella Vista, Arkansas, Michelle, Trenton, Florida, Nightman's wife, rural Alberta. Okay, Crimson Wolf. We got a few people from Alberta. Yeah, it's interesting. Getting a number of people from Alberta that watch this channel to include. Whoop, it skipped on you, jumped. Oh, I hate it when it does that. When I'm, it made a major jump. Let's see. I lost my track. Where was that? Copperopolis, North California, Tiffany. Watching from Hawaii. Hey, Lissa Lou. Glad to have you here. WD-40, what would you do? WD-40. All right. Might need a little WD-40. It's a good thing to pack up. They took Dave Hodge. Oh, they took him down? Just Arizona. Good to see you. Where are you from, Just Arizona? They took Dave Hodges' channel down. Well, he put a lot of content out, and some of it was a bit challenging on this platform. That don't surprise me. That's what I'm worried about, so I don't want to say too much on this channel. Guys, you know where I'm coming from. All right, bolt gun. Why do you call it a farce? Assisted living. Oh, the White House. That's the ultimate assisted living house. Lottie. 2015 COG Constantin. I don't know. I can't really make out what you're saying there, Paul Nelson. Seeing something going on in Blount County, Tennessee. Oh, it skipped again. I hate it when it does that. It just goes. Trying to just see where folks are from here. Southern California Chano. Oh, you're from Southern California, Michael Sherman? I thought you were closer. All right, Colorado Jen, Naturita, Naturita. Sounds like Juanita. Juanita, not you. I'm challenged for words sometimes. Pronunciations. I have to hear things. Juanita, but Naturita maybe. Naturita. All right. John Jones, Whitby, Southern Ontario. Whoop. Jumped on me again. Oh, I hate that. Singapore, Aisley. Aisley was here at one time. All right. Whitby, Ontario, Canada. All right, John Jones. Cool, dry, Raleigh, North Carolina. Very good, Jacob. I spent some time down in Spring Lake a few years ago when I was at Fort Bragg. Oh, wow, I hate it jumping on me. My chat keeps stopping. Texas, still kind of free. All right, Bill, that's good to know. Southern California, Paul Nelson. Oh, dang it, drops again. Avondale. Okay, you're in Avondale. All right, very good. All right, Vegas in the house. Hey, George. I almost took a job in Vegas. Actually, I got offered a job by Bigelow Aerospace, and I almost went out there, but they delayed my hire date. And in the meantime, Till Don Brown made me a job offer the same amount staying here, and I need to be able to stay with my little kid daughter, so I didn't go. All righty. Southern California, all your life. All right. How's life in Southern California? I missed. There she is. Cowgirl in Arizona. Good to see you. I know where she's from. She's been to my place. She's helped me out. Her and her hubby. They've done a lot of work helping me out up there in Snowflake. They made 2 trips up there, and that's a big logistical thing to do that. All right. Greetings from Sun River, Oregon. Okay. It's on Rumble. Ah, okay. He's still on Rumble, huh? Let's see. Visiting my great aunt. Love it here. Okay. PWN Greens. It's the Ida part of Juanita. All right, Ida. Got that part then. Naturita. I hold 3 master's degrees, so it's easy for me to get employment here. Very good, George. All right. So you're from Research Triangle. YT took all channels down that tried to, they tried to play the interview. They got took down. Yikes. Yikes. Well, Tucker had a channel on YouTube, actually. They must have took it down too. Wow. Talking about it, you can get us in trouble here. Wow. Maybe we need to avoid the conversation. Holy walking smoke them. Holy jeez. Wow. Alrighty, folks. All right, guys, we're going to switch over to Swivelhead News. I'm not quite as risk adverse on that channel as here. So, yeah, this is my anchor channel. I don't want to lose it. And they're taking a lot of channels down. Demonetizing a lot of channels. That demonetized Leak Project. That blows my mind. What in the world? Rex was always so careful. So careful. Why did they demonetize him? At least he's still on air, but you know, he's had to take a job. And he had to do that for a long time. He's been a full-time YouTuber for years. I make my own meat, eggs, milk, honey, vegetables. I do buy flour and sugar. Live in one of the least populated towns in the state. Survival is a lifestyle. All right, Zen Gentlemen, that sounds great. Tiffany has stayed up. It was those that played it that came up. Well, they taking those channels down or just taking the videos down? I watched on X right after they posted. Yes, on X. he's got his own, you can find him on, he's got his own website. I was watching it on his own website. Yeah, he's got a channel on YouTube. It's on X, and he's got his own website. So we shouldn't really talk about him more here. It looks like it gets in trouble. Come join us on Discord for Greg's latest news and chats. Yeah, we got a Discord channel. Ask a Soul set it up. All I know about the interview is what's been making rounds on 4chan. Putin did a history lesson. Oh, yeah, he did do a big history lesson up front. Tucker tried to interrupt him, and he wasn't having it. Anyway, Crimson 911 says, I'll watch it all at some point. Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah. Yeah, it's on X. So you can find it in different places. You can find it in different places. So, all right, folks, we're going to do a little intermission because it takes me a few minutes to get everything switched around. So if you need to go get some popcorn, some coffee, it's a good chance. We got 209 in the room. Come watch us. Yeah, AJ's been taken off this network long ago. Long ago. You should do an interview with Alaska Prepper. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I like that guy. He's a nice guy. We could probably have a lot of fun talking. I don't have his contact information, though. So if somebody's got it, if y'all can broker that, that'd be nice. Anyway, folks, gotta find a good moment on gaming to run it backwards. All right, folks, if you're just joining, the news part's in the front part. Catch this on the rewind. Maybe after we do the Swivelhead program. I'm going to go Swivelhead News next. That's if you've not seen that channel, please subscribe to Swivelhead News. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, bang the notification bell, and click all, bang the bell, and go over to Swivelhead News because a lot of the content I used to put on here is going to that channel. So I'm trying to preserve this channel, hopefully. Yep, he did. I've seen it there, but he put it on his website first, and then it went to X, and then it went to his YT channel. And I don't know if it's still there or not. Herb tea of the night is triple. Oh, I'm cracking. How you doing, Chewy Weather? Good to see you in the house. He's been a little bit challenged getting here late a lot. He's been doing a lot of weather watching. Backwards, I'm weird, but anyway, folks. Super chatters, thank you, Michael Sherman, Woodworking and More. 2 major super chats in life from you. I appreciate that. And thank you, Canadian Prepper. Now, I've been on Canadian Prepper's channel. Nate's a nice guy. I like him. You know, I'd bought a few things from him earlier, and when he saw that, he actually sent me some stuff free, a bunch of freebies. He might do that for most of his channel guests. I don't know. But the link up, Greg, you know what? I could get banned for putting that link on if they're hitting folks that hard. So I got to be careful with that. But you can find it on X. You can find his channel. I got to watch it, and saying the dot with the letters following is also problematic on here. There's so many things on here you can't say. Nobody can keep up with it mentally, really and truly. It's just mind-boggling. And you don't know where all the boundaries are, the stuff you can talk about and can't talk about. Now, it seems like it shifts. One day it's over here, one day it's over here, one day it's over here. Guys, this is seriously like walking on thin ice, wearing cleats in an earthquake. Been on this platform. But anyway, so especially when you're covering news of any kind. I mean, they don't want you covering sensitive items. Well, everything's sensitive when it's news. So, but I don't bring you gore. I don't bring you I try not to bring you anything that's shocking, other than the things you need to know that get you to prepping. That's the whole purpose of this. It's not, don't be, what's the word? Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Yeah. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Yeah. And that's so ambiguous, Tiffany. It's just hard you don't know where the borders are. Yeah, but we didn't know before. Now that's shifting. I don't know where they're shifting. That's one reason I am moving content. And well, I haven't moved any of the posted content, which I probably need to do, or take a bunch of it down. Seriously. I don't want to lose this channel, but I don't have time just to go in and spend. I got 1,400 videos on here. It would take me weeks to just move it all. That's got me worried. Or even to shut it down, make it like unviewable. I may need to do that with a bunch of videos. Anyway, guys, all right, Crimson Wolf. Come back and catch me on Swivelhead News. Give me about 10 or 15 minutes and we'll be back up. It's intermission time. Go get your coffee, get your popcorn, take your breaks, whatever you got to do. Again, thank you, Michael Sherman, Woodworking and More, for the super chats. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hit the like button, comment, and we will catch you over on the other channel, Swivelhead News. And with that, I'll say catch you there. And I'm going to say Greg out because I'm coming back. I shall return.